substantial salad here with the vegetables in season, beetroot, butternut squash, and cauliflower. There are lots of lemony Italian style dressing I made here, which goes with veggies really nicely. To fill this big dish, I used an equal amount of each vegetable, about half a kilo each. Cut into bigger beetroots. Small ones we can leave as they are. Just wrap every piece of beetroot in a foil so they would cook quicker. When I deal with cauliflower, I try to separate it into the neat pieces. The butternut squash, to make it a bit easier to peel, I prick it with a knife and I put it for a minute or two to the microwave. It's a bit easier to peel it this way. I generally don't like peeling butternut squash. So a bit of olive oil, cover vegetables well, try to leave space between the pieces, and they go to the oven and everything is cooked at the same time. Took about half an hour at 180. Quickly making the vinaigrette, juice of 2 small lemons, or about 60-70 ml of fresh lemon juice. To that I would add a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a little bit of red chili flakes, about 100 ml of good olive oil. If we have extra vinaigrette, we can always use it later, so I rather do too much than too little. Some salt. I've decided to add 2 teaspoons of honey here. Just try and see how you like it. Ideally, it should stand for a little bit for the flavors to mingle. Of breadcrumbs, they actually go off quite soon, so I want to use them in this salad. Or I could have used, for example, bulgur or brown rice, but breadcrumbs in this occasion. 150 grams of breadcrumbs here. So I just fry them quickly in a bit of olive oil on high until they change color and get quite crispy, which happens quite quickly. So once the beetroot cool enough to handle, I quickly peel it. If it's cooked through, it peels very easily, but ideally it still should retain a bit of a bite. I never wear gloves with beetroot, so my hands go really pink here. The good tip here, of course, do not mix beetroot with the rest of the salad. Everything will be the same color, so I just dress it separately and I would carefully just arrange it on top once the rest of the things are well combined. A handful of cavolo nero or black kale, raw as it is. I just finely chop it and add it to the salad. It was actually very nice, added some color and texture, and it kind of adds to the seasonal theme. And plenty of our dressing, light mix. The beetroot goes, like I said, at the very end on top, and the salad was absolutely delicious. But of course you can also add some walnuts or feta here, and it would be even more substantial and filling. Delicious. Enjoy.